Centuries had passed since the warship Eclipse was abandoned. No one knew exactly why it had been left alone, drifting silently in the dark void between two dying stars. Alien civilizations whispered its name with fear. They said it could destroy entire fleets in moments. Many had tried to claim it, to make it their weapon. All had failed. Some ships returned empty. Others never returned at all. Commander Alex Mercer did not fear the stories. He had heard them before from alien legends and ancient star maps, but he had never seen the ship himself. To him, it was not just a weapon. It was a challenge, a puzzle, a machine waiting for someone who could understand it. Humanity, Alex believed, had a way of doing the impossible. The human salvage crew's small ship Endeavour approached the silent giant. The Eclipse was enormous, bigger than any starship Alex had ever seen. Its hull was scarred, chipped, and dark with age, but it still carried a sense of strength, as if it could wake at any moment and sweep the stars with its power. "This is it," Alex said quietly to his team. "This is what we came for." The alien star charts displayed on his console glowed faintly. Every civilization that had tracked this vessel had failed. The ship's outer defenses were ancient, automated, and merciless. Drones patrolled its exterior, programmed to destroy any intruder. Alex watched them carefully, noting their patterns. Most humans would have turned away, but Alex was not most humans. "Remember," he said to his crew, "this ship may be alive in its own way. Treat it carefully. It's not just metal. It's history, and it's dangerous." The docking sequence was tense. The Eclipse's docking bay doors had rusted and jammed over centuries, but Alex used a combination of mechanical tools and careful hacking. Slowly, the massive doors opened with a creaking groan. Inside, the darkness was almost complete. Only the faint lights of emergency indicators lit the way. "Stay close," Alex said. He moved first, his boots echoing on the cold metal floor. The ship felt alive. It responded to their presence almost like it was watching them, measuring them. As they moved deeper, the crew noticed strange symbols etched into the walls, glowing faintly as if the ship's power still lingered somewhere deep inside. Alex ran his hand over them. "It's waiting," he said. "I can feel it." The first obstacle came quickly. Automated defense drones activated, buzzing from the ceiling and walls. They were sleek, fast, and deadly. The crew froze, unsure of how to respond. But Alex acted without hesitation. He moved with precise speed, using a magnetic pulse device he had built himself. The drones fell from the air, powerless, landing silently on the metal floor. No alien could ever anticipate human creativity, Alex muttered, brushing his hands clean. The deeper they went, the more Alex realized how advanced this ship was. Its systems were far beyond anything he had seen, even in human warships. Energy conduits ran along the walls, pulsing with faint power. The AI core, the heart of the vessel, was silent, but Alex could feel it, like a heartbeat buried under centuries of dust. "Here it is," he whispered, pointing to a massive door at the center of the ship. "This is where the ship's mind should be. The core AI, if we can bring this online, we can bring the ship to life." The door was locked with an alien mechanism that no human had ever understood. Alex studied it carefully. He didn't panic. Humans had a way of seeing patterns where others could not. Hours passed as he worked, his fingers moving over panels and wires, his mind racing through solutions. Finally, with a quiet click, the door opened. Inside was the AI chamber, a massive spherical structure surrounded by conduits and screens. Everything was silent. The core seemed dormant, waiting. Alex approached slowly. "I'm not here to destroy you," he said softly. "I'm here to awaken you, to show you what humans can do." He connected his tools to the AI interface. At first, nothing happened. Then tiny lights flickered and the core hummed faintly. The ship stirred, responding to him. It was cautious, but it recognized him as something different, something capable. "Did you hear that?" one crew member whispered. The hum grew louder, almost like a heartbeat. Alex smiled. "This ship, it's alive, and it wants to work with me, not against me." The AI began to interface with Alex's systems, displaying ancient schematics, weapon blueprints, and power diagnostics. Alex's mind raced. The ship's cannons were planet-scale. Its engines could travel faster than light in ways humans had never dreamed. Its cloaking systems were perfect. The Eclipse was more than a weapon. It was a force of nature. Yet Alex noticed something important. The ship was cautious. It would not allow a human to control it recklessly. It tested him, sending small defensive drones and activating minor security measures. Alex passed each test with creativity, skill, and calm thinking. The AI began to trust him. Hours turned into a full day. Alex had managed to bring several key systems online. Small power surges ran through the ship. Lights flickered and a low hum filled the corridors. The eclipse was waking, but not everyone was happy. In the dark void beyond the ship, alien observers watched. They had tracked the humans' progress. They panicked as the massive warship stirred under human control. Messages were sent across the galaxy. A human has claimed the eclipse, they warned. The weapon of fear is alive again. Alex did not know about the observers. He was focused on the ship. The AI began to communicate in patterns only he could understand, showing him control interfaces and operational secrets. It was learning his mind as he learned its systems. By the end of the first day, the eclipse was partially active. Its power core hummed steadily. Its defensive drones no longer attacked him. Its weapon systems responded to his commands. The ship had begun to accept him as its master. Alex stepped onto the bridge, the central command area. He looked out at the stars through the massive viewport. For centuries, no one had dared enter this ship. No alien could awaken it, and now, here he was, a single human controlling a machine feared by entire civilizations. "This is only the beginning," he said softly. The ship's hum seemed to agree, growing louder, stronger. Outside, distant alien fleets began to move. They did not know the ship's full power, but they had heard legends. The eclipse had awoken, and a human controlled it. The galaxy, Alex realized, was about to change forever. As night fell over the drifting warship, Alex felt both fear and excitement. The eclipse was not just a weapon. It was a partner, a machine that responded to his mind, his courage, and his creativity, and centuries of waiting had brought it to the right hands. He did not know what would come next. Alien forces would test him. Fleets would arrive. Legends of the eclipse were only the beginning. But for the first time in centuries, the ship waited for nothing. It moved, it listened, it obeyed. And with a human at its helm, it could become more than a weapon. It could become a legend. Alex took a deep breath and turned back to his consoles. He was ready. The galaxy was about to meet the human who had awakened the impossible. The galaxy had never seen anything like it. The legendary warship Eclipse had awakened after centuries of silence, and a single human commanded it. Commander Alex Mercer stood on the bridge, his hands resting lightly on the control console. The massive vessel hummed around him, its power core glowing steadily. Every system had accepted his commands. Every weapon and shield responded as if it had waited for this exact moment. The alien fleets had taken notice. Messages of alarm and disbelief traveled faster than light. "A human controls the eclipse," one admiral barked to his crew. "The weapon of fear has returned." For centuries, the aliens had assumed no species could match the ship's intelligence or strength. They were wrong. Alex had anticipated some resistance. He had studied the alien civilizations for years, learned their tactics, and knew that most would rely on overwhelming numbers to intimidate him. But numbers did not scare humans, not when creativity and courage could turn the tide. The first confrontation came sooner than expected. A fleet of alien frigates moved into position, forming a tight blockade around the derelict vessel's star system. Their goal was simple: destroy the human, or at least regain control of the eclipse. Alex studied the ships on the holographic display. "They think they can surround me," he said quietly. "They don't understand what they're up against." The AI core of the eclipse pulsed, almost like a heartbeat, in response to his tone. The ship was alive, aware, and fully capable of thinking through tactics, but it lacked one thing: intuition. Humans provided that missing spark. With a deep breath, Alex activated the ship's engines. The eclipse moved with surprising speed, a silent shadow among the stars. Its cloaking systems engaged, and the alien fleet's sensors failed to track it accurately. Then, in a sudden burst, the ship appeared behind the largest frigate. Energy cannons flared, and the lead alien ship was torn apart in seconds. The fleet panicked. Frantic commands flashed across their consoles as they tried to regroup. But Alex had already predicted their movements. Using the Eclipse's semi-sentient systems, he manipulated the fleet, creating false openings, guiding their attacks into dead zones, and striking only when it gave maximum effect. "This is what humans do," Alex whispered. "We adapt." The battle ended in minutes. Not a single human crew member had been harmed, yet the alien fleet had lost nearly half its ships. The surviving vessels retreated, sending messages of surrender to nearby empires. Humanity had not just survived, it had dominated. Word spread quickly across the galaxy. The legend of the eclipse had been reborn, not by alien hands but by a human. Alex became more than a commander. He became a symbol. Alien leaders, once arrogant and dismissive, now treated him as an equal, or feared him as a potential destroyer. Despite the victories, Alex remained focused. He understood that power alone was not enough. The eclipse was strong, but without strategy, intelligence, and human creativity, it could be neutralized. He studied alien tactics, learned their patterns, and used the ship's fearsome reputation to influence entire systems. Trade routes opened or closed at his command. Fleets changed course before even entering human-controlled space. Aliens whispered stories to their children, the human who controlled the impossible weapon, a figure capable of bending entire civilizations with his mind and courage. But Alex was not reckless. He knew the eclipse's power was immense and could destroy planets if misused. He chose precision over chaos, striking only at military targets when absolutely necessary. Humans, he reminded himself, had to prove that they could wield power responsibly, a lesson many alien civilizations had forgotten. Months passed and Alex grew into his role as commander of the Eclipse. The ship no longer responded only to commands. It began to anticipate them, complementing his strategies. Together, human and machine formed a partnership unlike any in the galaxy. During this time, alien diplomats began to approach him, seeking negotiations rather than war. They had seen fleets destroyed, planets nearly threatened, and military bases crippled, all without a single human loss. Alex listened carefully to their proposals. He did not seek conquest, only respect for humanity's place in the stars. One day, as he reviewed star charts on the bridge, Alex noticed a new signal, a massive alien coalition preparing a direct assault on human colonies. This was different. This was not intimidation. This was war. He smiled faintly. "Good," he said. "Let's show them what humans can do." The Eclipse moved with deliberate speed. Alex analyzed every fleet formation, every weapon range, and every possible outcome. The battle was unlike any he had faced before. Thousands of enemy ships surrounded him, their firepower immense. But humans thrived under pressure, and Alex had the advantage of creativity and unpredictability. He used the Eclipse's cloaking system to slip behind enemy lines. With surgical precision, he disabled key command ships, scrambled communications, and caused confusion in the coalition. Energy beams lit up the void as alien ships tried to regroup. But every time they thought they had found him, Alex and the Eclipse had already moved again, striking from unexpected angles. By the end of the engagement, the alien coalition was forced to retreat. Not one human colony had been harmed. The galaxy had witnessed something extraordinary. One human, commanding a warship built for destruction, had outsmarted entire fleets. After the battle, Alex walked the corridors of the Eclipse. The hum of the AI core filled the ship, a comforting reminder that he was not alone. "We've done it," he said quietly. "We've shown them that humans are not to be underestimated." The ship responded with a low, resonant hum, almost like a sigh of satisfaction. It had waited centuries for a master who could understand it, who could combine power with strategy. It had found that master in Alex Mercer. Over the following months, Alex continued to explore the galaxy, using the Eclipse not only as a weapon but as a symbol. Alien leaders began to negotiate peace rather than fight, realizing that humanity's reach had grown far beyond their expectations. Tales of human ingenuity and courage spread faster than any fleet, inspiring fear and respect in equal measure. Alex never forgot why he had started this journey. He had come for a challenge, for the thrill of discovery, and to prove that humans could achieve what others deemed impossible. In reviving the eclipse, he had done more than awaken a machine. He had awakened the galaxy to humanity's potential. In the final scene, Alex stood on the bridge looking at a distant star system where new colonies were taking root. The eclipse hummed quietly beneath his feet. It was no longer just a weapon of fear. It had become a testament to human courage, creativity, and determination. Centuries waiting, and it was worth it, Alex said softly. The ship seemed to agree, its systems glowing brighter in response. Together, human and machine would continue to shape the galaxy, not with tyranny, but with strength, wisdom, and the unpredictable brilliance of humanity. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Humans were not just survivors, they were creators, thinkers, and warriors capable of achieving the impossible. And as long as Alex Mercer commanded the eclipse, the stars would never be the same again.